Welcome into the Mendon Alum Podcast. First off, guys, I apologize. It's been a while, obviously, since I have posted one of these, but I wasn't about to miss out on, the Sacko Bowl and the chip. Hopefully we get Mikey in here later, but we do have our two Sacko Bowl contenders, a common face, Nick Spinelli. Let's start with you. How you doing, Nick?
I'm great. I'm looking forward to this matchup. The stakes have been here. This is where we're comfortable, and it's sad to say, but we're ready to win and crown a new Sacko.
Oh yeah, and Jay, we have you. You are the worst. This is literally, it has gone down as the worst season in league history in our 5 years. Your team absolutely disappointed everyone's hopes, mine included. I actually tried to throw money on you, but you ended up 1-11, and now you are going to be playing Nick, and you are the favorite to be the Sacko this year. What do you have to say?
Yeah, it's been a difficult year for the team. I was just talking to my parents at dinner, actually, and I told them I could not imagine me being in this position. I mean, I viewed myself as a top owner, and it just got away from me. And yeah, it's been a tough year, but hopefully we can battle and stay out of the Sacko.
How prevalent is the the Mendon Alum conversation at the Piacelli dinner table?
We talk about it. We talk about it a decent amount. I mean, there's a lot of football that gets talked in the Piacelli house in general. So fantasy comes up plenty. But yeah, it's been talked about. My parents are disappointed in me, but
I figure this. I mean, normally it's Dill that's the disappointment, but they don't expect that of you, Jay.
Yeah, we kind of had our roles reversed a little bit, but
2020 in a nutshell.
I'm blaming it on the COVID, man. It's been tough.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's either the COVID or the auction.
Yeah, it's a wash of the season.
Or it's just an off year. Yeah,
it could be.
Yeah, that's what I agree. It's a complete wash, but I think that this Sacko matchup is one of the best that we've had in a few years because honestly, both of us deserve it. Like Jay, this has been like a historically bad year for him and just like in league history. Like it just was a bad year. And me, like I just made some absolute bonehead moves that I full on like I deserve to be in the Sacko. Like I fully do. So I think that's why it's a good matchup. I know there were years before where someone probably doesn't deserve it. They might not even finish last and they get the Sacko.
Only you, but I appreciate you not taking the blame. You're the only one who's been fucked over.
Oh, that's all right. But still, I think we both deserve it this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think Nick, you had a really good team. In fact, and this is why you deserve it, is because you say you made some bad trades, but you had like the best team at a point, in my opinion, when you had like Kelsey and Aaron Jones, and then in 1 week you traded all of them.
I don't know what happened. I honestly don't. Like that was like a flash, I think. You know what? I'm gonna blame it on the bow hunting. That's where my mind was on bow hunting, and I was easily taken advantage of. So props to those that took advantage of me. I think they both made the playoffs.
Mikey and Rock, yep, they did.
Yeah. I didn't even realize how good Mikey's team was either. But
I actually have to switch your guys' matchup up. That's my bad. I'm not on my shit. But Jay, let's hear about your team and how you feel you'll fare against Nick in the upcoming 2 weeks.
I actually don't hate the state of my team right now. Cam Akers is coming along quite nicely, and I think I'm gonna have to keep him for next year. Playing the Jets, he should get 20 plus carries, probably a touchdown. Chris Carson getting back healthy should take over the workload in Seattle. Quarterback has been a joke. I don't know what the frick I'm doing. I traded Kyler Murray away earlier in the season, which was tough. And then hopefully Gibson can play too. We'll see. But yeah, I think I got some good guys that I can keep, and I think they're playing well right now. So I think I've definitely got a chance to pull out a victory. But I will say, Nelly's team, you got some good young cats too. Miles Sanders, John Taylor, who had a couple good weeks. So we'll see. I think I'm going to compete. I think I'm going to surprise people with how well I compete in the next 2 weeks.
I'm excited to see it. And Nick, how about you? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, right now I feel like I have a very deep and okay team. I think that's what my trades have done. Like, I don't like. I feel like I don't know who to start. You know, I've got like Ayuk who he's putting up like 20 points a week the last four or 5 weeks. So he's been playing really well. It's hard for me to start him over someone like Mike Evans. But that's what happened when I have, you know, a deep team along with like Ronald Jones, Jonathan Taylor, Miles, and then Drake and Edmonds. You know, me and Jay were talking the other day. That's just like so frustrating, Drake and Edmonds. And I was in the same position kind of last year with Jones and Jamal Williams, but Jones was better. But yeah, fuck both those guys. And but you know, I'm looking forward to it. I think I was able to get Big Ben on the waivers. He didn't have a good week last week, but I mean he's better than starting Cam, so I'm confident in that. I think he's gonna have a bounce back week against Cincinnati. But yeah, I think I have a solid team. I think it's going to be solid. I don't think anyone's going to go completely off, but it should be a good matchup the next 2 weeks. Pretty confident.
Yeah, I'm just updating it now so we can kind of see where you guys are at with things. But I think, Jay, you have someone, last time I checked, that was in your lineup that is projected 0 points. Who is that?
Is that I think that's Curtis Samuel.
Oh, fuck. I have him in a different league. I hope he plays.
Yeah,
I think I did see that.
He's been kind of good too. I mean, more just production of Christian McCaffrey.
No, it's Debo. That's who it is. I'm looking now.
Debo, yeah.
On that fucking hamstring, bro. I wanted to keep him too. I got a bunch of guys, but like Debo just can't stay healthy this year. But when he's on the field, he's kind of a dog. I don't know.
Yeah, Debo tried to be an injured year.
This is bad. Nick, you need to set your lineup fully. Your team actually looks good. Jay.
I don't know who I'm going to start yet, though.
That's fair. Do either of you guys have anyone tonight? I'm looking now.
No, I don't have anyone tonight. I don't know about Jay. I don't
believe so. I got Darren Hall in another league.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, is anyone going to try to get some last second skin in the game?
No,
I got plenty of skin in other ways, so I don't need one.
No, I'm just messing around. I think it's too bad Mikey's not on this call because obviously we're playing each other. He has Keenan Allen, who, like, if you guys are keeping up, like, he's like questionable and might be on a snap count.
Yeah.
I'm curious to hear Mikey's thoughts on that. Last time I checked, he was starting him.
You have to play him. You just have to. And there's no way you can bench him against the Ravens, in my opinion.
Yeah. His projection went from.
How are you feeling?
I feel good.
Yeah.
His projection went from 19.1 to 13. So, I mean, if he can get like 10 or less, like, I don't know. Mikey's team's scary. Kelsey, I don't want to play against. Lamar Jackson's catching a stride. I do think Mikey has the best chance to beat me out of anyone. I think Malone's not a fraud by any means, but I don't think I wouldn't be worried to play Malone or like Perna theoretically. I think I think Malone's better than Perna.
I think Malone, Perna, I think you would be nervous to play them too. Of course, Mikey, dude. Mikey's team is actually disgusting too, but like, I think,
yeah.
I mean, the stack with Aaron Rodgers and Devonta Adams is gross. Like, they throw touchdowns to each other every game.
Mikey is the best drafter I've ever seen, by far. The best drafter.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, he drafted like 4 of the top 5 wide receivers this year. And last year,
gross.
I mean, I'm looking at his team from last year, and it was it's like so unfair.
And then somebody just goes along and like takes all his players.
He didn't make many trades this year.
No, I'm just playing. Yeah.
I think he actually net positive on his trades he made this year.
No,
definitely.
The Diggs trade, how can he go net positive after trading Diggs away for Jalen Reagor?
Well, I mean, Nick traded him.
Yeah.
So I think he net positive.
He might be net positive. No,
but yeah, the Diggs thing was a horrible trade in hindsight. It's getting worse and worse as Diggs is better and better.
Yeah. Well, I never traded for Diggs, but are you talking about?
You traded Ronald Jones and Mark Andrews.
And Mark Andrews, yeah.
Yeah, and you gave him Kelsey. I mean,
Dude, fuck
like,
Kelsey. I hate Kelsey, honestly. I hate him. I hate that guy. So I was happy to get that scumbag off my team. Fuck that guy.
he's a scumbag, but I'm definitely worried to play against him.
Yeah, he's fucking nice. But
you
he didn't
guys,
fit the stakes. He didn't fit the stakes.
I'm kind of curious. I mean, obviously, I think most people wanted to see Max. Actually, everyone other than Max voted for the Max J Bowl, which was awesome.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that didn't get to happen. But Jay, I mean, as much as I love you, I'm rooting against you. Nick has already been the Sacko. I'd like to see another name on there. And like, how do you do with spicy foods? Both of you. I know Nick is good. How do you do, Jay?
Not great. I was actually, I'm kind of nervous about it. I've heard it can like fuck you up for a couple of days.
Yeah, I expect a week.
Yeah. One of the kids I teach tennis to is like, he likes chemistry, and like he was telling me all these like things you can eat that like block the spice chemical from like you sensing it. I don't know. I'm gonna try some of it. I think we'll see.
What are they?
It's like peanut butter. Peanut butter is like a good one apparently. And then there's like an actual drug you can take, which I won't do. But I'm just gonna take it like a man. I deserve it. I've had just an absolute. I'm gonna try my best to get out of it, but I mean, I gotta just own up to it. I have to punish myself for this year. This is not a joke.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know where we're going yet. I know a lot of people like bring it up to me. Rock loves bringing it up to me. Rock
wants
the
to do it.
punishment. Yeah, he claims he's going to eat it. I don't think he will. I don't think he has the balls. But I think people will join you.
The 5 minute like
after
period
the wait.
After, like that's going to be just like the longest 5 minutes of my life.
No, I mean, yeah, that's going to suck, but eating it is going to be hard. Like, you think you can take those down quick, but, like, I promise you right now, they're going to be steaming hot in terms of temperature, and, like...
Oh, I'm not going to eat them until they're cold.
Dude, no, what? You're eating them as soon as they come out.
No
You can blow on them.
No shot. I love how Jay's acting like he's like, yeah, I can't, like, when I eat them, like you already fucking lost.
Yeah, exactly.
That honestly scares me a little bit. Like, I feel like I'm just going to lose now, like... Gonna have Jay talking all this shit, and then he just be sitting there laughing while I'm eating super hot wings.
Nick, I think you're in a better position.
I know. I'd rather have. Yeah, I haven't even thought about this. I don't even know like how many wings do we have to eat.
It's a dozen wings.
How hot are they?
They're hot. I mean, we haven't found them yet.
A dozen wings.
Yeah, it's 12 wings.
Well, you just take a bite of each one, or
no? You have to finish them. Like, don't be a bitch.
What if you physically can't? What if like
then you keep going? You have to. You have to. We haven't thought about it. I don't know. You have to eat them. Like, I would say, we'll have to deal with that. I don't know.
Like they might be like insanely hot. Like they might like fuck up your taste buds and shit.
Yeah, there's a good chance like your butthole will hurt the next day minimum. Actually, it really will. It really will. I've had hot wings where like I've cried the next day from painful shit. This could fuck you up for life. Nah, it's not actually that bad. I'm just kidding. Nick, I know you can handle it. I mean, we're gonna just find like the hottest restaurant wings. They're not gonna give you like dangerously like you can genuinely go to the hospital wings. Like if it were up to Rock, he would find that it's not up to Rock. So don't worry. But it's gonna hurt.
If Dill lost, you would find that.
Oh my god! Yeah. If Dill lost, he would actually be in the hospital. He would be in the hospital. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see it for you guys. And then I think the bigger punishment obviously is just, I'm looking into a new trophy, the Sacko trophy. I'm looking into it.
No, it's been a year for that.
I mean, don't worry. Like it will start with Dylan Piacelli, Nick Hoove. Oh no, sorry. Dylan, Nick Hoove, probably Jay, but maybe Nick again.
Maybe Nick. Nick, you can join Dallas first two-time Sacko.
Two-time Sacko.
I know Kalish, he claims that he wants to eat them alongside you guys. And he was really prepared to like house them with Max. He was kind of excited for the Sacko, so I'm sure he'll help you guys out. Maybe we'll allow a tag team type of thing or something like that, but definitely try to be a man about it. I would say it's a pride thing at this point. You can do it.
I don't need a team. I'm not gonna have a team. I'm gonna do it myself.
I promise you that whoever loses, I will gladly, like, we'll probably order a dozen for you guys and a dozen for the rest of us, and we can just eat them as is. Like, I would like to try it personally. 1 second.
Like a hot wing, the extra hot one.
Like a hot wing. Kalish, is this important? You're interrupting a pod. All right, text me. We're gonna have you eat some of these wings. Oh, he hung up on me. He knows though. Sorry, he called me like 3 times. I figured it was somewhat life or death, you know. But Jay, I mean, dude, like I'm looking at both of you guys right now in the face. Nick seems calm. Jay, you seem sad. Are you okay?
I mean, like I'm not happy about my performance. I'm not happy about potentially being Sacko. Nick is okay with losing. That's why he'll always kind of be down in the basement of the league. Like look at the kid. He loves it. he loves being in the Sacko. Poor guy. I'm not used to this shit. I'm a winner. I'm not a loser. And so
I just expect it to happen.
Yeah.
And it's not an excuse, but I'm ready to take down a playoff guy. Like you've been in the playoffs last 2 years. You're in the championship last year. I'm ready to take you down, bro.
All right,
stakes are ready, and this is it.
I will say, like all the teams are good. You are the Undertaker.
Yeah, bro. I guard like the underworld. I'm there, and I'm taking you down with me, and I'm just gonna. I hope if I play in the Sacko every year and win every year and just fucking give people the Sacko, like that'll be my job, and I'll be happy to do it. Take down players.
I feel like we should come up with, maybe it has to be in the future or maybe not, it depends what it is, but like some type of prize for the winner of the Sacko. Like the loser just gets that much more fucked. And then maybe whatever it is, like the losers that don't make the playoffs are like, like maybe I want to be in the Sacko because like of this reward if I win the Sacko. But like if you lose, it's murder and like the worst ever. We should come up with that. I don't know. Do you guys have any recommendations for like some type of Sacko winner prize?
I don't know how much I'd want to like reward being a loser. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you're in the Sacko, like you had a bad year. I don't know if I'd want, if I beat Nick in 2 weeks, I don't know if I'd want a prize. Like I'd be like, I mean, I'm still pissed. I don't know if I'd want to be rewarded for that.
What if we just had it as like the loser? That's not like enough. I want it to be something where the guys are like, yo, like that's kind of cool. Like maybe it's worth like, I don't hate being in the Sacko Bowl. Like like a beer, like the Sacko buys the other guy a beer, but like maybe slightly more than that.
Or it'd be something like, so say like last year is like Hoove is getting poured and that like all the ingredients, and like the Sacko winner gets like an extra topping or something, or I get to like eat a sundae, something like that you desire if you're eating hot wings, like alongside
I like that.
The kid he's eating something, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like the winner of the not loser of the Sacko Bowl has like first dibs at like whatever the punishment is and like big like input kind of in a way.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
Like in this case, like the loser like tells you which wing you have to eat first and like something like that. That could be fun.
Yeah.
They can soak up one of the wings in all the sauce and be like, yo, eat this wing.
Yeah, start with that. Do we get to use
it could be fun too.
Or no?
No. Well, all right. I'll say you can have one side and you can use it how you'd like. I think that's fair.
All right, fair enough.
But definitely not extra.
Yeah. The Sacko should be able to pick the punishment for the next year. That would be a cool thing to do.
It's not
that person can pick it.
The thing is, we need everyone to agree on it because we don't want anyone to not do it.
Yeah,
true.
They could have first pitch and then they can pick it as long as everyone agrees on it. I'm cool with that.
Right.
I'm excited for you guys. I think like it's an interesting dynamic between the two of you. Like no one ever wants to hurt you, Nelly. And Jay, like this is just uncharted territory for you. So it's exciting for me.
Yeah, I feel like the league definitely wants me to be the Sacko. I'm gonna be sorry to disappoint. I like being the villain though, so I'm about it.
We'll put up a poll. I don't even think your own brother is gonna vote for you. I think like if you played Max, I wanted Max to be the Sacko. Like that's who I picked preseason as who I thought was gonna be a Sacko. I would have rooted for Max to be the Sacko. Yep, that's who I picked. But
dude, I was thinking if we had not played each other, I think I would have beat Perna. He would have lost to Malone, and we would have had the same record, and I had more points.
Damn, you would have made it over me. Is that what you're saying?
I would have made it over Max, or Max would have been in the Sacko over me.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. That was.
But I like playing him. I think that made more sense for the situation. It made more sense.
Well, like honestly, Max kind of got fucked over in that scenario because technically you guys shouldn't have even played each other. And if Max won, no matter what, he would have been fine. But if you would have had to win, he would have had to lose, and you would have had to have outscored him. So it was better for you that you guys.
But that would have happened.
That did happen.
Crazy.
That's fucked.
Yeah, it did happen.
That's so shitty.
Yeah, I had more points, but I know, right? It's kind of fucked. But,
that sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So it's
wait,
like
you had more points. No, there's no way. There's no way.
Like,
there's no way. Because you would have had to have outscored him.
I was like, Max should not. I had more points than him before. So I was like, Max should not have like taken this deal with me. Like, there's no way he should have elected to play me because he had a better record than I had, and I was already losing. Like, we could have both lost, but I would have beaten Perna over 2 weeks. I ended up with more points than him.
Yo, I think I know what happened. You probably went into the settings and looked at like record then points for, right, to see how many points.
I think I did that. I think I did that a while ago.
Because
I haven't. I don't. I might not be. This might not be correct. I literally just like. I remember looking at him like, oh, I have more points than Max, but we had different records.
Yeah, that's fucked if that's.
But
the case.
either way, yeah.
But yeah, because I know he had a big.
I'll have to look into it.
I think he had a really big week. What are we in? Week 16? I think 14.
The first week against
or 13.
Malone.
Yeah, so I don't think that was counted. That wasn't on the total points for because that week hadn't ended.
Yeah, but the thing is, the difference between how many points I scored, like how many did he beat me by this week? And I think it was like 20 points different in the total score over our 2 weeks. And I was up. I had more than 20. I was up on him more than 20 points in total points.
I see that's fucked. Yeah,
that's kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's.
But still, I still stand by. I liked how we played it rather than just that. I'd rather play him head to head.
You are not a sore loser, that's for sure. That's good. Yo, Jay, is Dill in the building at all? I
think he just got back. No.
I'd be curious. Like that was okay. Honestly, I expected Dill to be the worst performance ever in league playoff history, and then, Rock.
Dude, Rock sneaks into the playoffs every year.
Every year he sucks.
Everyone outscored Rock.
Sneaks in his ass. Yeah.
Everyone outscored Rock. I'm pretty sure you outscored Rock, Jay.
Yeah, Rock's Nell's right. Rock gets in every year, gets like fourth. If he just never makes any.
Yeah.
Well,
he's so pumped with fourth. It's like, yeah.
He'll probably get third.
No, my brother will beat him.
I hope. I don't know. I need Dill to shut up. Like he's been doing good actually. He's been doing a good job, I will say.
Low key though, my brother's team was actually very good if it wasn't going through some serious injury problems.
Yeah, if he never rooted injury on AJ Green in week 2, he would have maybe won it all.
No, you weren't there. Rock and Dill can vouch for when Teddy Bridgewater almost got paralyzed. Singer was pumped.
That's not what happened, and the gods know. The gods know that's not what happened. That's so.
He wanted Bridgewater gone.
Next 2 weeks, we'll see.
That's so not true. Unreal.
I remember Dill just rooting for AJ Green to like be done. Just done. He loved it.
Bill
Bill
said it
loved
to me one time. He's not gonna be happy with me saying this, but he's like, probably shouldn't have been talking about injuries so much. So like, yeah, you fucking probably shouldn't.
Dude, literally all of his players got fucked. Like that tweet or not tweet, that like message I sent out that no one liked,
was
by the
nuts.
way, was hilarious. It was literally like, let me see if I remember off the top of my head. Chris McCaffrey, Joe Mixon, Odell Beckham Jr., David Johnson, Will Fuller, Kenny Galladay,
John Brown.
Yeah, like I'm missing more, and
So
that's 7 like studs / superstars.
It's like starting, yeah, like all it's. I think this data might have been the most banged up. And you also, and I'll say this just as like one of my like fundamental beliefs that I think has treated me well is you can't have that many players on your fantasy team late in the season going into the playoffs that are on shit teams. Joe Mixon, if the Bengals are in playoff contention, is probably playing through the foot injury. Kenny Galladay, probably playing through injury. Christian McCaffrey probably would have suited up a couple of weeks. When you have guys on teams that are shit, they're gonna sit their stud players. They're not gonna like push them to play in meaningless football games. It's just like, and Dill didn't follow that rule and he got bit in the ass for it. Every single player on that team is on a team that's poverty. They're not playing for anything. I don't know. That's something that I believe in. I'm actually curious to see what you guys think about that.
Yeah, I mean, most of my guys on my
We've
team
talked about this in the
are
past, I don't know if you remember, but we've had conversations about this.
I probably agreed, right? I mean, I think that's how my
yeah,
team's.
I think you did. I mean, it's not like a blind, you know what I mean? Like Dalvin Cook's not a bad Vikings team. There's still guys who have good fantasy value, but I think when it gets down to like week 12 through week 15 and they're banged up, like everybody's banged up, some guys aren't going to play because it's a meaningless football game for a lot of those teams. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Nick got booted off, I think. He's probably about to join up. But Jay, next year, let's think positively for a second.
Yeah, I was hoping you talked to me about keepers. Ask me who I'm keeping.
Let's hear about who you're keeping and your strategy going into next year. If you want to share any of it.
I want to talk about it. I'm happy to ask this. So I think I have to keep Gibson, and I think I have to keep Cam Akers at this point. I wanted to keep Chris Carson. I know you laugh, but like
No, I'm laughing that you're not doing it anymore, which is funny.
I know, right? Yeah. You were lucky though, because you wanted to trade me David Montgomery. Not lucky, but like it worked out. It kind of worked out for you. But I think those are who I'm going to keep. And I'll tell you that I made the mistake of getting mediocre running backs. You can't do that. You got to go after some big name running backs. I'll tell you, I have at least one top 5. Like if you don't keep Alvin or Derrick Henry or Dalvin Cook, I like Austin Eckler going in next year.
Can I say one thing though before you continue?
Yeah.
2 out of so half it was a split. Myself and Dill had went RB heavy, and then the other 2 went wide receiver heavy. Like Mikey still doesn't have a running back, and he's got a great team. And Rock didn't go RB heavy; he traded.
Yeah, I guess my what I'm thinking and what I was talking to Dill about the other day is, I think it's easier to find wide receivers who can produce. It's harder to find good running backs. So you can find somebody like John Brown, who's going to be a wide receiver 15, or Cole Beasley, or Tyler Boyd's been really good. It's easy, in my opinion, not easy, but you're more likely to find wide receivers who can produce. It's a lot harder to find running backs outside of those top 10, 7 guys who can produce consistently.
That's very true. That means you got to find the wideouts though, or then you get.
But I think it's easier to do that. And it's a pass heavier league now. So, like you can get away with starting Hunter Renfrow on your flex too, or you know what I mean? No, if you need to, it's easier. There's a lot of wide receivers in the rough. There's not a lot of running backs in the rough.
Yeah, I would generally agree. So you're going to keep 2, young running backs for what? What's the total you'll keep them for,
Yeah, it's 6 for Gibson and Akers a little bit more expensive. I think
Did he go for 8 or did he go for 6?
I think he went for 6 or one of the two. He'll be like a 13ish. I think I thought it was.
Okay, so you're gonna get like around $20 for 2 guys.
And then I'll tell you this. I'm gonna go one top 5 running back, and then I'll kind of fill in the wide receivers. And I'll probably go quarterback heavy too, because the last couple of years I haven't had a quarterback who I can go to. I've tried to how do you talk about that?
Waiver wire?
Cycle quarterbacks, like by matchups.
Doesn't work.
Doesn't work that great. So like a Pat Mahomes, Lamar, Aaron Rodgers, Kyler Murray, those guys I'll be looking to try to scoop up too.
I want to talk about that because Rock is he's trying to tell me that he's
Herbert.
Yeah, he's going to keep Herbert. He's also trying to say that he thinks people are going to really spend up on quarterbacks next year. I don't think people are, but I'm curious what you think.
I don't think people are either. I mean,
but if you are supposedly and Rock,
yeah, maybe they will.
But who knows? I mean, Max did and Mikey did. I don't think Malone would. I don't know.
I mean, one of the best wide receivers or quarterbacks was like Aaron Rodgers, who went for what, $2? Like, I don't think he went for much more than $2. And he's got to be top 3 quarterback this year. Kyler Murray went for 7. I don't know. I got to see in free agency too, like which offenses look good. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to putting a lot of money to Pat Mahomes. I mean, you can start him literally any week, and he'll be really solid for you. So.
Yeah, it depends. I'm curious what players will go for. I do think all players, like generally speaking, will go for more because we have keepers now. So like you get savings.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But I don't know. I mean, there's still the rule. Like I think I feel like running backs will somewhat stay the same. Like the top ones will go for like about what they went for last year. But I think like there was too many steals at wide receiver, like Diggs and Tyler Lockett.
Will Fuller.
Will Fuller, yeah. These guys are going to go for a lot more next year. I think people will pay more for wide receivers. Maybe not though, because you were saying people will pay for running backs. So we'll see. I think there are usually more steals at wide receiver than there are at running back. That's why I think more people are like, okay, I can get away with not spending on a running back, especially if you have to spend $70. And look what happened. I mean, the two $70 guys the 3 $70 running backs all got hurt or sucked, being Zeke, McCaffrey, and Saquon.
Yep, you're right. It's a good point. I have a buddy. He actually works for the Jaguars now. He loves that sports gambling. He loves fantasy. He does like college fantasy.
What does he do for the Jags? That's dope.
Player. He wants to be like he's in the front office, like doing.
That's sick.
He's like a stats major. He's a really smart kid. Has like
Wake kid.
Yeah, Wake kid. His name's Andrew Moss. Actually, singer. He does a podcast too. That wouldn't be. I could maybe have you guys talk. Because he's like he knows like a lot of people in that realm. He'd be an interesting guy to talk to. But anyways,
very cool.
He doesn't draft running backs. He doesn't.
He's zero RB is his strategy.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know. I think it's like his brain out. You know what I mean? It's like the analytics are going too crazy in his head, but that's like what he kind of likes. He's like too injury prone. He's like you can get, but I don't know. That's kind of what he believes. So I don't believe in it, but
yeah, it's like it's hard to. The only 2 running backs that like really performed to their value were Dalvin Cook and Alvin Kamara. And when we drafted, Dalvin Cook was threatening holdout and Alvin Kamara was also.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was like after that. But either way, the top 3 guys definitely did not produce their value. Then Joe Mixon didn't. Miles Sanders didn't. Kenyon Drake didn't. Who else went up? Eckler didn't. Derrick Henry didn't until recently. Yeah, he probably did, I guess, but Zeke definitely didn't. Like most running backs, I mean, I got lucky and Perna got lucky. Did Perna drafted Dalvin, I think.
Yeah, he had Dalvin kept in the whole year.
Yeah, so I mean, the 2 of us got lucky, and then it was just Aaron Jones didn't. Like all these guys, Nick Chubb didn't.
I mean, it's all injuries too. Like if you think about it, and his like what he thought. I mean, McCaffrey didn't because he was hurt. Barkley didn't because he was hurt.
Zeke was indirect injury.
Yeah,
probably.
that's fair. Yep, no, I agree.
Mixon injury.
Carson. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that he's right. Running backs do get hurt. You need to get lucky. It's a total gamble, and that's why it's tough to. There's an argument for don't spend up because you could potentially just have spent $70 on. I mean, like $70 on Saquon Barkley. You now have $130 for your season, basically.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a cool. It's
I'm
tough.
excited. I'm excited to like learn. Like I know what worked, what didn't work for me, and I'm kind of excited to give it another little run it back, I guess you'd say.
Being in like your shoes, I'm curious your thoughts on the auction. Like, are you mad at it? Like, are you salty?
No.
Are you happy with it? Like,
I liked it. I thought it was like way better than a snake draft. Obviously, my method didn't work out. I mean, I had some good picks, but I was kind of wrong on my guys too. I thought it'd be smart to play like a moderate amount for a lot of people and have depth, but the guys.
I think you just traded kind of
poorly.
And
then I traded poorly. You're right. But
you did draft Kelsey and Thielen. Those were great drafts.
And Kyler Murray. Yeah, no, I had some good draft picks. I just got a little antsy. I don't know. Like sometimes I just like get my dick hard for trading. And so I just over traded. Should have trusted my draft. I still probably wouldn't have made the playoffs with my original team, but I wouldn't have been the Sacko either. Probably would have been middle of the pack.
You might have made the playoffs, honestly. You have a better chance at least.
It would have been tough with Bell, Gurley, and DJ though. That's just so bad at running back.
Well, yeah, but I mean, yeah, I guess if you didn't trade at all, I would say I don't think a team has ever made the playoffs without trading at all. Ever. Malone is the only one. Malone did it this year. He didn't make the playoffs. Mikey did it when he went into the Sacko Bowl. Was that last year?
Yeah, I think you need to make trades. I think, yeah.
But then again, there's the over trade and you.
Yeah, exactly.
Rock made the playoffs. He had 23 trades. That was the most the league has ever seen. He did 23 trades this year.
Yes, he did trade a lot.
I traded 18, which is a lot. I think that was my most. Hoove had like close to 20. Like people trade. It's fun to see.
Yeah, my buddy's like never trades. It's like weird because like you guys trade so much. He's like, didn't you guys? It's not even week 1 yet. And I'm like, this is how we work. Like we're always trying to make moves.
Yeah, it's part of the camaraderie of the league, I think.
Yeah, it's just I love talking trade. I can talk trade all day.
Yeah,
but overall, the auction I actually really enjoyed it. I like the keeper. I think that only 2 is a good rule for like prevent really tanking hard for keepers because like you can't tank that hard if you know what I mean. You're only keeping 2 people, so it's like you can't tank for just all keepers. So I think it's a good setup. I think once we get all the guys together and talk about what we could fine tune, which I don't really have any suggestions right now, but I like the auction a lot. I think, and most people I've talked to like it too.
Cool. So. Yeah, I think I think everyone is like the auction. I've heard I know Hoove is like very salty about the keepers, which doesn't make sense to me because I think Tyler Lockett is one of the best keepers. But
that's whatever.
Just looking back at the league, I don't even think we really had like the closest team bad trade was like when we were dealing with yours, and it wasn't a bad trade. When you look back, like it wasn't a team dump. I don't think anyone teamed up. I think it was fine, and
yeah, I came as close as it gets to team dumping, but at the end of the day, I had the same problem, and people are going to learn from it. It's you can only keep 2 guys. So in perfect world, I can keep Gibson, Akers, Deebo Samuel, maybe, but like you can only keep 2, so you can't just dump your whole team for keepers because you only can keep 2. So I think it's a good system. And I'm excited to kind of get better at it as we go.
Perna just tried to join, but he left. I don't know what just happened. But anyway, I guess if he's not going to join, I expect Mikey not to join. So, Jay, do you have any last words before we go watch this Thursday night game?
Not really. I'm excited to kick off the Sacko week. I mean, we don't have anything going. Mike has Keenan Allen going, so it should be fun. I'm thinking about looking at Hunter Henry for a different league. I think I might give him the start since Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are going to be limited.
I like it.
Other than that, I'm excited to get this 2 weeks of Sacko/championship fantasy football going.
Hell yeah. Yeah, me too. I think it's going to be a good 2 weeks. And I think we have a bunch of games on Saturday, so we should.
Yeah, football all weekend.
Yeah, we should do something. All the guys. I think that'll be
I'm
fun.
trying to do something Saturday because there's a bunch of good college games on and the Bills play. So potentially just booze and watch football. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Word. Good luck to you.
All right, Jay. Thank you. Good luck to you. I don't know. I am rooting against you, but for your sake, I hope you win.
Appreciate you. All right.
It would be funny to see your brother and Nick have 2 Sacko rings.
Yeah, exactly.
But Jay, no matter what, it's only up from here. So
right.
I'm glad you're staying positive about it, and best of luck to you.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, peace.